Welcome back, everybody, to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, we sailed into the Astral Sea, a cosmic realm where time works slightly differently. We had dear old Slayer have a small hissy fit after waking up because of being in such a realm, and we had Alarias holding himself up in his room to cover some notes after some dramatic realizations. And Vaela informed the entire crew of your current plans going after the artifacts. Now, we're kind of in a downtime period. Let me know if you want to change this, but as the running order goes of what people are doing, Tim's making a church in the brig. Vaela's being all captainy, trying to show off that people did make the right choice. Elizora's schemes. Umbra is working on a project which
The
he
level up
will
projects.
finish very, very quickly, and Alarias is
for Elizora to help.
writing some notes.
I know Vaela would also find time in the day to liaise with Elizora and Bill just to find out as much info about the artifacts, because if she's going to start pursuing the artifacts and making the crew do it, she'd like to know as much info as possible about them, at least the info that they know about them, like what they actually are, what they do.
So very, very, very quickly, Bill's kind of like, I've had these visions. I know that the globe will lead me to the other artifacts, but apart from that, I only know they are of great power.
Cool.
Do we know how he got the globe? He just has it, right?
We didn't question it. We never
No one's asked him.
I think someone should ask him where he got the globe from, and why is no one chasing him to go back?
Or a meta.
Well, we know the mother was after it.
Oh yeah, but that was like a monster. I mean, like, how did he get it without the fleet getting it first? Or
I mean,
something like that?
unless that where
That's
Well,
right.
Elizora has some notes on where it may or may not have been.
Hard to find, guys. Trust me. It's hidden in the deep down dip of the ocean,
where the mother is probably.
where the murderer's hiding.
But yeah, Matt showed
And
me.
we sent her beasties away.
Matt shared with me Elizora's notes, so I know a bit more about them now.
Yeah, I think that's going to be more extensive than anything that Bill's got.
Yeah. So we'll just say sort of after the week, she'll at least know what's in there. Andy.
Okay, coolio.
Is it possible to help Umbra with his task, or at least in terms of RP, not necessarily mechanically?
I don't know, Umbra, which particular project are you working on?
A secret one that he doesn't want to tell anybody, I'm sure.
I mean, the boots he wouldn't need help with, but the secret one. No, we'll do the other way around actually. The secret one he'll work on himself, but the boots that'll be helpful to get Elizora's help because it's like a magic key type thing anyway.
I don't think mechanically, I don't think there's any difference.
It's just like
it's an infusion you're learning, isn't it?
It's just my level up thing, yeah. So
yeah, it's your level up thing. So
like,
mechanically, nothing's changing about that. You'll be able to do that fine. But Elizora, you'll see Umbra work, and there's I'll say there's a fine art and structure almost to Umbra's work that you probably didn't think was necessarily there before, because most of the time when you see him dealing with anything, he's like cutting into bone or like snapping bone to fit them into barrels, or peeling away flesh and mixing things. But when you're seeing him actually create something of a magical magical item, there's an art to it, I would say.
You're saying there's no art in Umbra's usual methods?
I'm saying there's not much art to him cutting an arm off, or
maybe,
or taking some flesh away. The sewing, maybe.
Yeah, sewing with gold thread. That's got to be
Sewing
something.
with gold thread was probably artistic.
Yeah.
It's a flavor thing anyway.
You never know. Umbra might just.
Elizora's got plans with Umbra.
Umbra might just secretly know embroidery and just did like sewed it in a really fancy pattern.
Cross stitching and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Secret pleasure of his.
Maybe in another life, could have been a seamstress.
Exactly.
I believe where we did leave off the last session, though, was Elizora. You were talking to Slayer, or you were keeping an eye on Slayer after
Mhm.
locking him in the brig. Now, I will ask you now: would you like this to be a headphones off or a headphones on conversation?
I think it's just fair for headphones off. To be fair.
Headphones off?
Headphones on. Headphones on.
Headphones
No,
on.
sorry.
Headphones on. Sorry.
Headphones on's fine. Because it's more of just the since he's in the brig, it's like this is the bottom of the ship. People are enough around to like hear other things.
Okay. So this is
She's
where
not gonna hide it.
Tim's essentially had to been left Elizora and Slayer to Slayer kind of after class and kind of he wraps the chains around him to kind of further tighten them, and he looks over to you, Elizora, and said, so what the kid do exactly? Seems to be a little bit of tension between you two. I mean, I don't know if it's being here or anything. I can understand that, but I don't know. You didn't seem so tense last time I
Which kid?
was awake.
Tim?
Yeah, you know, he's a little bit abrupt, a little bit awkward. Not gonna
Nah.
lie. I mean, I know I'm in a cage. That's awkward enough, but seemed a little tense between you two.
You did blaspheme pretty intensely.
It's merely a philosophical dispute. Me being a warlock and him being a cleric is there's a level of disparity between me and him. And while he gets a level of benefit being a cleric, but in all, his powers are no different to mine, realistically.
I mean, you know, you both have some kind of thing giving you some abilities, so I get that. That makes sense. Oh, fair enough. But while I've got you and everything, what's happened since I've been out? It's been a while.
It's only been a few days, wasn't that? It's been alright.
It's been a week and a bit.
Wow, it's been
Slayer's
out that long.
been
Oh.
Slayer's been out.
When was he? Yeah, because he was knocked out after.
Because he was knocked
after the
out
Haiss thing,
after
wasn't it?
doing the ritual with Graziel,
Right.
and then you took a week to get to the island.
Yeah.
And
'cause when-
there's not a lot's happened really. We had a mutiny where Vaela is now the captain of the ship. We had discussed that briefly. And,
Yeah, of course. You know, but win some, you lose some. I like Graziel, but you know, fair play to her.
he's a nice enough fella, but he's not one. He would just be eaten up in front of the other captains of
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He's very kind, very, very kind. I never saw him as really a captain type, but you know, it's each to their own. But he was nice as they come. I'm glad he's still on the crew. No overboard scenario, because seen that
It was
happen before.
close.
That wasn't friendly.
It was certainly close. I'll give you that. But we'll let bygones be bygones. Graziel has his uses, and I'm sure if he continues his usefulness, he'll stay on the ship.
Well, he seemed fairly knowledgeable about creatures, but you know, so am I. So, depends on whether you want a unruly werewolf or a kind dragonborn. You know.
You know me, Slayer. I'll have you any day.
Oh well, sweet Elizora, very sweet. But who's this blind guy? I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
You ever heard of No Wild Bill? Sailing on the
Yeah, like a
sea?
little bit. Wait, you're
Well, that
telling me he's
is-
actually blind?
That is No Wild Bill.
It's not bullshit.
Well, blind is a loose term, I should say. He
God, I owe
has
Jack money.
he's a warlock like me, and so he has familiar like I do, and uses that for his
Oh,
eyes and
right.
everything.
Sees through the right. Great.
He's
Okay,
not.
so what you're saying is, if I really want to get at him, kill the familiar first and then punch him in the face.
That's certainly a start.
Right.
I'm not
Seriously.
fully aware if there's other methods he has to try and see, but the familiar is certainly the major aspect.
Well, how long's he been here? Like, I don't know how long I've been out. I think
Only
Tim was
been-
like saying to me something about a week or something, but
It's been about a week and a half, I'd say, since you were been in the infirmary. Bill's only been on the ship for about a day or so. We
and he's
when
taken
you're
up to the astral plane.
well when he was up in it, he when we first met him, he was beset by a group of a basilisk type creatures of the sea, and his bunch of his crew were petrified, and he was the last one remaining. And
They like serpent kind of creatures.
yeah.
Oh, those fuckers.
Nasty
They're
things
awful.
turn you to stone.
Yeah, terrible, terrible.
So yeah, so most of his crew died. Some of the crew are still petrified on the ship. Maybe we can get him undone someday. We'll see. But yeah, we recovered part of his ship. He had this crystal thing that be why he was so difficult to understand and track down over time.
I was just scratching my ear there, fella. What'd you say?
I think Matt's having.
Something happened there.
All right now.
Sorry,
What
the primal urges take over a little bit when I'm not on the material plane. I just had to scratch my ear quite a bit there. What'd you say?
what did you hear? What did you last hear?
Something about a crystal, and then
Right.
fleas. I swear I've got them.
Right. There's this crystal that that he uses to manipulate the planes. So I believe that's how he gets around so quickly, and so it's so hard for him to be tracked down by us regular pirate, and maybe the fleet too.
I suppose that's useful, but I'm not gonna lie. If this ship's gonna be in and out of the Astral Sea, I think I might have to pop it.
I understand that, Slayer, but what's got you so spooked anyway?
Look, the thing is, there's a certain ritual that I had to do. Actually, I did it for Gruziel, so you might want to keep an eye on him while we're on this trip as well. But you need to be connected to whatever item or things linked to that whole shebang. Mine was water, so was Gruziel's, and if you haven't looked at the Astral Sea recently, it's not actually water. It's not water at all. It's
Well,
bullshit.
we have water in the barrels.
Yeah, but it's not like natural water, elemental power water kind of thing. Not just water you drink.
Put some salt in it. Does that not do the trick?
No, you don't. He's clasped, isn't he? No, never mind. I feel like you're playing with me. Right. No, it needs to be.
I'm trying to understand from you, boy.
It needs to be a natural source of water, and it needs to be something that's strong and powerful. Like, for example, the entire ocean of flood. That pretty good source. Great, lovely. On the material plane, though, so I'd like to get back there as soon as possible.
Well, what about why not tie yourself to the ship in this ritual?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that just because my volume wasn't up enough.
Why not tie yourself to the ship in the ritual?
Well, the thing is, it has to be connected to the thing that, did the actual scarring of sorts. So, Puika, she burned me and poisoned me, so that took a lot of water and other such remedies. And I think, what was it, Gruziel? It was some kind of fire-related thing, so water again made sense. You don't put wood on a fire. It's dumb, Elizora. Dumb.
Well, you didn't tell me anything about the fire beforehand, so
No, I'm just trying to make it clear to you. That
I'm well aware of what happens with fire and wood.
that's good because you're on a ship made of wood.
I'm not the one who's stupid enough to tie themselves to an ocean and then get themselves knocked out and then lost on the Astral Sea.
Oh, because that's just a totally normal, expected kind of turn of events, is it?
We live in a magical plane of existence. I
Well,
can literally
usually,
shoot
I'm on a ship
electric
by
energy out
myself.
of my hands. Expect the unexpected, boy.
Right, well, obviously, next time, I might, while we're there, go find some kind of powerful elemental water source that I could maybe keep with me at all times. Of course, because quite frankly, this never happened to me before, because I used to sail by myself.
Well, now, aren't you the fool for trying to crew up?
It's not my fault, I didn't really have much choice. I got captured, and after getting captured, I ended up on this ship.
How many islands have you been on since you've been on this ship?
I don't know, like a few.
Then you've had a few chances to get off the ship.
I'm
What are
sorry.
you playing at,
Right.
boy?
Okay, look. My mate, your mate, is dead, and he's having a funeral at the wreckage. Makes sense to travel with his body. Did I know you this a lot were going to go to the astral plane? No. Did I think that we were just going to sail along the seas that I'm used to? Yes.
I'm telling you, boy, expect the unexpected.
Well, I know that now.
You are a werewolf, are you not?
Well, yes.
Then you know that the unexpected can happen. God, man.
Look, even us Lycans have our limits. There's plenty of things that are completely strict in this world that I know very, very well. Just, I didn't expect to find blind old Bet up there and him to go, alright, I'm going to put your crystal on your ship and then you're going to go to the Astrals. I don't know what he sounds like.
I know, that sounds pretty accurate to me, to be fair.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad I could try. Look, point is, why are we even listening to this fella? What's he got? How does it benefit us?
You and I, right. You and I have been looking for, you not so much directly, but indirectly, looking for the artifacts. You've been interested in them. I've been interested in them. Bloodbeard's been interested in them. And so
Yeah, I went all the
apparently
way to
so,
fucking Kenshima to check it out and nothing was there.
so apparently so does No Wild Bill. Now, No Wild Bill happens to be a beholder of the Rubik's Globe.
Right. And, sorry, a little fuzzy on the details. What exactly does that do?
Well, I didn't know for sure until I saw it for myself, but essentially, it seems to be able to pinpoint where every single other artifact is, except one.
Alright, so it's a map.
Yes.
It's great. It's great to have a map.
Yeah.
So, why the fuck are we in the Astral Sea?
To get us to wreckage.
Oh, he was trying to
Well-
take a shortcut. Do you know
well-
what is in here?
Yes, I expect the unexpected. I'm full aware.
Oh, alright, well, when it happens, I can't wait to see your face.
It's not my face you're looking at. It's going to be old Vaela.
Hey, you're right, I'm going to be locked down here, aren't I?
But look, he's got an artifact. I've got this trident thing now.
He leans over and kind of looks, oh, yeah, I was getting a little vibe off that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how artifacts work. Do you call them, chant to them? What happens?
Nothing.
Right, okay. I don't know, do you feel, is it powerful? Do you like using it? Is it,
I've
Yes.
yet to really explore its full effects, but it feels pretty good. It gets quite annoying from time to time, but it's fine. It's fine.
you hear in your head. All right, Elizora, I'm trying my best here. I thought we were making a lovely relationship here. Hey,
Gonna ignore that.
what was that?
Never mind. Look, Slayer. We won't be in the Astral Sea for long. It's just gonna be a few days, and we're gonna pop back out. Be a nice little shortcut from a 3-week, maybe a month journey to about a week to the wreckage, maybe a week and a half.
Fine. Look, if anyone is feeding me, or Tiff, could you talk to Tiff and just tell him that
It's just up there, you know what you do.
I don't know if he'll. Can he hear me from me?
Tiff,
Tiff?
don't try right now. Try later. I'm talking to you.
Sorry, Tiff. I just was check. You can go now. I was just checking. Look, can I just have only vegetables from like now on? Because the minute meat starts and then primal, just vegetables only, if that's all right. Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever. Was that it? Seriously? And he blurs away. Right, sorry. I didn't think his ears could reach that far.
Look, he's quick enough to get around. But yeah, that's about the husband. It's a shortcut. Now you can leave if you wish. Thanks for the heads up, Brazil. I might just dump him off board right now.
Well, don't do that. That's going to be worse.
For him.
No, for us. You put him in no, it's not water. There's cosmic gas or whatever it is. It attracts all kinds of shit. I'm talking stuff like mind flayers, intellect devourers. Christ, if a Gith Yankee sees us, we're fucked.
That's all right. Brazil ain't got much for brain.
Wow. Wow. All right.
Maybe if something's chasing us, we
Oh
chuck
my
Brazil over
God.
the back, and then we'll be safe.
All I'm saying is, the minute you take him out of this ship, whatever thing is on this ship or however we've entered here, it's going to have at least some kind of barrier between us and senses around us. You put him in the cosmic part, things are going to know we're here. What's even worse is, Christ, who is it? Demon? Yeah, right, Locker. Locker's going to know he's there, and you do not want Locker coming near us.
Fine. I'll dump him off board as we're transitioning to the other side.
Yeah, that works a bit better.
Lickety split, done.
But, he's a nice bloke. Why not just keep him till the wreckage? You can dump him there.
Well, if he's a source of trying to find, if he's relying on the ocean, like you are, then he's a liability. I've only got one of those battalions. I can't spread them around.
Well, as I said, thank you for that, by the way. But as I said, just dump him at the wreckage. He can jump on someone else's crew and be someone else's problem. Or do what I'm going to do after I jump off. Find some kind of thing, item or whatever, that has some kind of natural elemental connection to water. Keep it on him. Then you sort it.
Nah, that sounds too expensive.
You're a pirate, ain't you? You just steal it.
Again, it's too much effort for that man.
Tell him to steal it. Sort it.
Do you think Brazil's gonna steal?
Hey, if it's for his life, then I don't see why not.
Again, I'm not gonna help him. If he dies, he dies. I'll dump him off the back and no one will know any wiser.
Alright, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I'm just saying, nice bloke. It's nice to have him around, sometimes.
If you're gonna stick him around, we don't need him.
I told you, I ain't sticking around. I'm getting the fuck off this ship the minute we're at the wreckage.
Well, maybe we had to stick around. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. It's okay.
Hey, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm a fucking werewolf. There was a time where I was eating people every night.
Yeah, look what they got you.
I know. He like reaches his chains down and pats his belly. I got real fed from it as well. You'd think people were like quite a good meal, but actually, you know, the werewolf form, still the same calories.
We're gonna have fun. Well, I'll be to and fro trying to make sure Tim doesn't have his stench on you.
Yeah, you sure you don't like this? Look, there's nothing wrong with his whole faith in everything. Obviously, you know, his deity is very important to him. I'm worried that you're getting a little bit too upset over it.
Nah, it's alright.
Well, alright then. Again, Tiff, I know you can hear me. Vegetables only. We're going to try and limit the primal activity happening in this body. Alright?
Silence is a yes.
Alright, fair
He's
enough.
probably busy preparing the vegetables you were so
That makes sense, actually. Yep, cool. Oh, Elizora, before you go, how often am I going to be left down here by myself with Umbra?
No, it's harmless.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright.
In fact, you're probably fascinated by some of the experiments he's got going on, but
Oh, maybe. I just
Again, he's
remember him
hard-
looking at
again-
my blood really, really interested when we were around those hags.
well, look, just don't give it to him, and you'll be fine.
I'm not going to give it to him. It's
No.
ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. Just don't give it to him. You'll be fine.
Don't fall asleep.
And always just distract him with someone else. He's so easy to distract him. It's fine.
Alright, okay.
Keep him talking about one of his own experiments. He'll talk your ear off.
Sure, I'll think of something. I'll keep my eyes open to see if I can pinpoint what things are his.
Talk about the brain. He loves his brain.
Oh.
And
The
not
dip?
the one on his head.
Oh, right. Wait, what? As you walk up the stairs. Alarias, are you still just biding your time, like doing your notes and that kind of thing? Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, he'll kind of keep to himself, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Business, that kind of thing.
So it's going to take a while to write down like 100 years worth of like notes in a diary. That's
Yeah.
that's.
I'm gonna say you will basically be able to write everything down by consistently writing there for like the week.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So is anybody doing anything else during this week, or shall we continue?
No, I think that's it.
Good for me.
You got my notes from before.
I do have your notes from before.
Becky's playing some games next to me, so I'll try and be good with the mute. But if you get any background noise, let me know and I'll move rooms.
Will do.
I think that's it. I think sorted.
Yeah, that's it. Elizora, can you roll a perception check for your hawk, please?
Advantage because it's site based.
Yeah, it's advantage. It's
Hey! Advantage. 17.
So throughout the week, everything's pretty clear. Everything's fairly fine. You see some deckhands kind of idle, looking out to this mesmerizing starlit view, and these cosmic gases mixing and twisting, and this range of colors in this realm.
Never gets old, does it, fellas?
No, it's bloody brilliant, isn't it? It's lovely. It is lovely.
Don't forget, what lies in this sea will just as likely kill you as anything else on the other ocean.
Right too, Skipper. Right too. And this one looks over the edge kind of worried, and the other one pats him on the back, and he goes, "What the? Saved your life." Not funny. I go back to work. And the days go on, and they're fine. You all manage to do everything you're doing, and you can mark off one long rest.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Excellent.
Nice.
I definitely know that
What the
all Haiss
hell?
wanted was his luck points back.
I need my lucky points, man.
I'm gonna ban that one game. One game I will ban luck points.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Lucky
allow it
points
really.
are absolutely essential.
To be fair, they're well balanced.
Essential for cheating.
The GRR kind of
With GRR they're balanced, yeah.
yeah, they're
Yeah, it does
balanced.
make sense actually.
But in
Yeah.
like under normal rules, like three
Mhm.
lucky points per long rest for 8 hours of sleep. Like that's so broken.
Mm. On the on
Unless
this
you're Haiss and use them all at once.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Hey, man,
Um,
I need a lot of things that to be lucky in.
Just stop being dodgy. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, literally.
can't.
You could
I
just stop
can't.
High
scheming.
risk, high reward.
On the morning, on this morning after the long rest, got
I
a
assume all our stuff went well, by the way, during the week.
yeah, everything went well. You all achieved what you wanted to achieve comfortably.
Excellent.
On this morning, Bill comes and finds Elizora and Vaela. I wanted to thank you both for trusting me. I can understand that, you know, being someone new to the crew and that kind of thing, you'd expect that maybe you wouldn't necessarily follow my lead so quickly, but you have, and I think time has benefited from this.
Indeed.
And I
See,
wanted to thank you both for it. Now, I got these in a pretty weird place. I found my way there from this astral sea. I don't think it was Ascrodia. I'm not sure what it was. But, anyway, I wanted to give them to you because the thing that gave them to me said that I had to use them in very dangerous circumstances and only as a last resort. But I think that if anyone should use them, it should be you two.
Is it-
And he hands you both. He like pulls out these two coins. They're very large coins. They're like that big, with a square hole in the middle of them, and they've got like wispy, screaming spirits kind of twisted round like a design around it, with the skull screaming out. And as you touch them, you quickly get a slight noise of screaming souls.
Seems kind
Now
of
I know, I know you've just heard the screaming. It's not a problem. You won't hear it again. But I don't know how you'll use these or what you'll ask for. But you simply ask the coin for something and toss it, and then
We're going to your picture.
it will do something for you. But I'm not sure what it will do.
What gave you these exactly?
It was a terrible place.
And these are perfectly safe to use.
Well, I actually had 3, and one got me out of a bit of a bind when I was getting the globe. So, yes, they're safe to use. I haven't had any effects from it. I haven't had any risks or curses or anything from it.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
DM inspiration things, I think. By the
They
way.
are. They are.
Yes,
But,
they are the
Yeah.
DM.
Yeah.
They are DM interventions.
Yeah.
but I feel it's only right. If someone was
Oh
gonna,
yeah,
if
go
someone
ahead.
if I didn't know about the inspiration thing, I'd be super. That's super
Oh, yeah,
sketch.
fair enough. Yeah.
13, 8. So 21.
He is entirely honest.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, as long as it doesn't scream randomly.
No, that didn't happen again for me. It's simply when you take it the first time, they scream little, I don't know, souls of the dead, something along those lines. I'm not sure quite what they are.
It'd be quite useful. Made it touch somebody. Be distracted momentarily from the screams.
Well, they'd have to fully take it, and I'm not sure you'd want to give such a thing away.
I suppose. I was just thinking I could give it to somebody while they're under the influence of screams in the head. You just stab them in the throat.
I think
Perhaps.
it'd be more efficient to stab them in the throat.
Pretty messed up.
I,
Jeez.
I kind of agree with Elizora here. You might as well just stab them in the throat.
I guess.
I don't think the distraction will be that much.
That'd be fine.
Where's the element of surprise?
Exactly. I find if someone is distracted, it lets me focus more. Strikes.
Then use your snake.
Here, take this coin.
Yes, the
Coin.
snake around your arm seems a lot more distracting than a coin would be.
You know, tools of the trade. You know, you've got to. The more tools you have, the more effective you are. But thank you, Bill. I will. Hopefully, never. It's one of those things I hope I would never need to use.
Well, fingers crossed. I didn't have to. Well, I had to use one, but I didn't have to use these two.
Thank you, Bill. Much appreciated. And in regards of trusting you, proving yourself to be very knowledgeable, so well, it was only right.
Thank you. We should be finished in the Astral Sea not too long from now.
Oh, that's good. I'm sure
We've been lucky that our journey's been so unimpeded.
I think Slayer will be glad to get out of here.
Yes, I have heard some howling from the lower brig, but yes, I didn't realize you had a werewolf on board.
Yeah, but just the one, as far as I'm aware.
That's good.
Carting not much longer, though.
Well, yeah, but oh well. Can't force someone to.
He says, I'm gonna go, and he points at Crackers. Look out.
Oh, you're
just
going to
gonna
look
go.
out.
Yeah,
I thought you were telling us to look out. That was very
No, I'm gonna go look out just in case.
Okay.
I find I don't usually spend this long in the Astral Sea, but you know, just in case.
How long do we plan? You say we're going to be leaving soon. How soon?
Just a couple more days, and we should have picked up enough distance, I think, because it's very weird. Space here, space there. They kind of line up in some
It's alright.
places.
We don't need the lecture. It's
Right?
alright.
Yeah, of course.
As long as you're confident, it's fine.
Yeah, not too long now. A few more days.
Excellent.
And he goes out.
Cool. And I'm getting that's the point of those are the points of inspiration then.
Yes. So those are the, as I am now calling them officially, DM intervention points, where it is like a divine intervention, but definitive, and it's the DM doing it.
Nice. Very useful. Definitely more useful than just having advantage or something.
Yeah. Never liked. base
Oh, you remember
inspiration
Optimus
points.
wanted, right? It saved us from those.
Yeah,
zombie things.
you killed all the skeletons with yours.
Yeah.
Tim,
Yep.
during your sermons of the last week, you found odd things happening.
Oh god.
Barrels
Oh,
being
no.
knocked over. Certain times where you're giving your sermon, it feels like someone's watching you. Sometimes poking you. It's really
Not Umbra.
annoying. No, not Umbra. You look around and no one's there. Strange. And on top of that, like through the week, less people have come to the sermon. Only by like 2 or 3, but you can see that
Okay.
there's less.
What numbers are we looking at the end of the week?
What numbers are we looking at the end of the week? So you're looking at like you've got 12-ish. You've got a dozen, around a dozen.
Rookie numbers.
a couple of late.
Damn, what's going on?
I mean,
Someone's fucking with you.
you're looking at about what? That's about half. Well, about a third. Or
Nearly
something.
More
half.
than half.
Yeah.
It's half of the non-PC crew.
Yeah, well, there's 20. Yeah, there's 24 non-PC, but then you've got Grizel who wasn't affected, Slayer who wasn't affected, Elena that wasn't affected. So you
Didn't you
basically,
Slayer part of that 12 because he
And
has no choice?
yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
he's-
yeah, no, you're
he's
right.
forced
So
to
technically
attend
13, about 13
Yeah.
you got.
yeah. So you've gone from
Slayer never leaves. He's great every week,
It's definitely not
every
Umbra.
day.
So you've gone down by 21 to 12.
No, definitely not Umbra.
21 to 12.
Yeah.
More than 2 or 3, Arthur. Something's going on.
You need to investigate, man.
So two
Yeah,
or three like
um,
every night basically have.
Oh, I
stayed on.
see. Okay. Okay. It sounds like we need to convene the council.
Do you have a council?
Council.
Yeah,
Hey,
the,
it's in the document I sent you.
Sorry, yep, right, yep,
Oh
yep,
my
yep,
God.
yep, yep.
wow, Arthur's
Hell,
not a true
man.
believer, man.
Cancel Jordan.
What the hell?
No, sorry, I remember now.
We
I
convene
just
the
had a
council.
blank. Let me just go get that document.
And-
Is it
and-
just
and
you
the count-
you Umbra and the Blood Chosen? Is that the council?
No, the Blood Chosen aren't in the council.
Are they
No,
not? in the council?
they aren't in the
Just
council.
stupid
No.
Umbra.
So it's just you and Umbra. It's in the council.
Not much of a
Yeah.
council.
But it's as
Is
far
Umbra even
as
part of it
as far as
now?
Arthur's concerned.
Well, what about the last one? Is the last one in the council or not? there's a question
I'm
mark
gonna
next to it.
say, yeah, I'm gonna say no for now, at least.
Okay.
And I
Speaking
mean,
of, actually,
mostly,
sorry. Speaking of these things and Joylif activities and stuff, by the end of this week, Umbra, you
Yep.
notice that Tembrin is beginning to wake up more, and he's gaining full arm motion.
Okay.
And by the end of the week, he seems to have full motion in his arms. It's a little stiff, but it's
Yep.
it's there.
Excellent. How I want it. We don't have to RP it, but I just want to impress upon him the fact that it was both Umbra and Joylif who saved him, and therefore he owes us an arm debt.
What is an arm debt?
It's like a life debt, but it's even more important.
equal to an arm. Yeah,
yeah.
Equal to an
A
arm.
life debt is one arm essentially, so he owes me 2 life debts.
can't do anything without an
Yep.
arm.
Because life
Um,
isn't worth living without your arms, so that's why.
Wow.
We'll say, well, thank you. I suppose, yes, well, Joylif has my faith, and you, Umbra, have my eternal thanks. I can, and he even touches his like beard and stuff, and he's like, I can feel, I can actually feel with my fingertips.
It's all very well and good, but I'm gonna have
He gives
him...
you a hug,
Okay.
just like goes around you with a hug, and he's like, I
Yeah.
can hug people now.
You can also shake their hands, and I'm gonna make sure he shakes on the fact that he owes me 1. Or 2, rather.
Umbra, I definitely owe you one. Give
2.
his hand out.
2. Shake with each hand. I'm gonna start keeping a list of all the people who owe me 1.
I suppose yes, I am. I guess I owe you too.
Okay.
But I will try. I will follow Joylif and continue to have faith in her and pray to her every night. And I will aid you in whatever. And he starts looking around at everything around him. And
Where the fuck am I?
and there's just a pause, and he spots your thing, and he looks at it and he goes, well, I can see that you've already got assistance. I guess only when you have
with it. It's temperamental.
well, if you need help with that, magically inclined, I will always try to aid you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna like cuff him around the head and say, "Only science will enter this room."
And well, you know, sometimes science and magic can go hand in hand.
Gotta cuff him harder.
Wow.
So, I'm sorry, Umbra. Of course, science in this room, and I will use my magic to protect this room from other things.
I'll consider him, but I think that's okay.
You have a magical doorknob.
No. It's science.
It's science.
Scientific.
It's a potion
Yeah.
that I used.
It's-
Treat it.
Oh god.
It is science,
Good.
and I will
Okay.
I will try to learn the ways of science as best I can.
Good. You're welcome to come down here anytime.
Yes,
I'll
thank-
offer him the doorknob. Take it.
That's a great line.
Touch it.
He takes the doorknob. We welcome donations. And he sort of opens it and he says, "Are you sure that's not magic?"
Punch him.
Roll an attack roll.
Dude's just got his arms back.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, he won't be expecting me to punch him.
No, he won't.
You've hit him 3 times on the head.
They were like cuffs though. Oh, I got a
He,
5.
he won't be expecting a
I guess
punch.
I-
What'd you
I
get?
guess
Yeah,
I
you should
missed.
have taken the
5.
message.
What'd you get? A 9.
5.
Oh, 5. When you go to punch him, he suddenly goes, "Good reactions.
Good. Good. I see.
You were just testing me, right?"
Yeah.
Good recovery.
It seems the nerves have connected well. I'm pleased. As is
He's
joyless.
still got hold of your fist and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Umbra.
You can let go now.
I'm trying." Right, yep, there you go. Sorry, I haven't had hands in a long time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which arms did we end up using? Was it the Balgora ones or the or tree lifters?
It was someone else's arms. We don't know whose. It was just.
It was one of the
New
guard
pair.
arms
Fleet.
because
Oh, just
it was
regular.
it was
We
it was
mu- we
more it
cannot-
was more humanoid arms because the other ones were a little bit too big for the socket.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. No, it was just the guard's arms. Yeah. No one else's.
Temrin leaves and he sort of walks out. Slayer obviously sees him and he goes up to the top deck and he finds Gruziel and he's like, "Well, Captain, I'm feeling a lot better and I'm ready to work. And I have arms, thanks. Praise Joyleth."
Oh god, I'm gonna have to have words with him about who's crazy.
And Gruziel's just like, Temrin, well, we were, I was captain, but then we had a vote while you were sleeping, and so actually you need to go talk to Vaela, who's over there. I don't know if you've met her before, but she's nice, kind of mean, but she's you know she does good so far. Everybody seems to respect her, and she let me harvest this serpent once. Okay, thank you, Gruziel. I get it. Thank you. And he turns and walks over to Vaela. Hi there. And he puts out a hand, and he's so proud of putting out a hand. And he just says, "My name is Temrin. And praise be to Joyleth, I have arms, which is all I asked for on this journey. So I suppose now I am at your service."
She'll shake his hand. What? Ah, yes. Barry told me about you. You're a mage of some description, correct?
Yes, a wizard. My father, Phineas Balin. I don't know if you've heard of him. Maybe not. Probably not.
No.
Don't worry about it. He's told me all he knows, and well, I was on search for my arms and I found them. So I suppose I'm forever in this crew's debt, or at least Umbra said I'm forever in his debt.
Well,
Something along those lines.
yes, Umbra. I'm sure Umbra says a lot of things. You can be in his debt as much as you want, as long as I remember. Well, sorry. Yes, you may have a debt to Umbra if you feel that you do, However, your first priority is to this crew, Captain. So as
Of
long as-
course, I'm aware of a ship's running somewhat, and I'm here to serve whatever way I can.
As long as Umbra's debts, when he calls them in, which I'm sure will be at a very inopportune time, as long as they do not conflict with anything that order I've given, what you do with Umbra is your.
I can't imagine he would do that. That's
You don't know Umbra very well.
well, he with joy lifts his faith and power gave me arms.
Yes, the problem with Umbra.
There's a small crowd kind of around Temrin at this point.
With putting of Umbra, there's always an agenda. But again, as long as his agenda aligns with ours, then leave him to it. Now, I'm sure many members of the crew would like to welcome you back to. Welcome back to us. Please pay no mind to the outside. We are merely taking a shortcut to the wreckage.
He suddenly looks away from you and flickers up. It was all in his like peripheral blurred vision. He never realized. He just thought it was nighttime. And he's looking around and he said, "Ah,
We are in the Astral Sea.
Estiedieu.
Estiedieu.
Yes. You know, my father messes around with portals a lot.
See.
This is well, all I could say is this is great. How did you get the whole ship here? Most portals can't open that large.
I think we'll fill you in. I think there's a lot you have missed in the time you've been unconscious.
Yes.
Let us I'll fill you in. Don't worry.
Okay. So you fill Temrin in.
I'll fill Temrin in rather than I'll be the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. So you fill Temrin in. Temrin gets the full details. He's very like
And obviously,
interested.
you know what we're doing and everything as well and all that business.
Yeah, he's very intrigued, very interested. Like when you start mentioning the artifacts and their power and everything, he's very curious. Like he's a wizard. This is knowledge. He's like, I'm so in for this. Immediately after your conversation, he goes off to find No-Eyed Bill. Is there any other business while you're still in the Astral Sea?
Did we do the council?
That's right, the council.
I just want to put
You call a
Temrin and Umbra on it.
You call a council meeting. Temrin doesn't realize he's like become part of the council. So when you drag him in, he's like, I feel so honored. I praise Joyla for what she has done for me. I'm so happy.
Yes, you are a living, a walking, breathing miracle, my friend.
And you can see, like, as Temrin's walking around, some of the deckhands that they are gathered round, and these are some of the ones that have lost interest a little bit. But they're seemingly like looking at Temrin, really amazed, like what he's doing, and then he even does like a few like magic things in front of them to show them his arms are working, and then you go to, where do you have your council meeting?
I don't know. I guess just down in the church, but Slayer's there. So maybe we shove everyone into the morgue. Oh no, we're not allowed in there.
You can come in.
The
I thought we
infirmary?
didn't have
Come
to-
in.
You probably either that or you just go into one of the storerooms or something.
Yes, so
Because
you have the,
Bloodbeard is in front of the infirmary, right? He's in this room.
yeah.
So you've either got the area.
The armory, outside the armory.
Yeah, he's in front of the armory.
Armory, yeah.
Right.
Yes,
so
sorry, no, you're right.
the
It's in front of the armory.
So then you've technically got this room in front of the infirmary. Then I guess is not necessarily being used for anything because it's all the lower decks that's got stuff in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
just somewhere private.
Yeah.
I'll
So
bring
you
my
all
companion.
bring your companion.
Yep.
Should this be a headphones
That
off
means you're gonna have to
conversation?
describe him.
Yeah, go on then. Let's do headphones off. I think it'll be funny. If you would.
Okay, headphones
Yeah, I would
off.
like you to describe him for sure.
So Tim and Umbra obviously stay on, but everyone else headphones off. Or
Matt knows
deafen.
about it, so he can keep his on.
No, it's too late. He's gone.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought the actual council meeting might be of interest.
Oh, yeah, true.
Temrin
Okay.
starts and it's like, so what are we talking about? And Tim, as Umbra comes in, last of all the council, he is followed by Haiss. Would you like to describe your new thing?
So, perched on Umbra's shoulder and like tail, which I'll describe in a moment, like curled around like his neck, and it's kind of like cooing and making like weird noises. Umbra's feeding it bits of flesh. Is like this hunched over. It looks a bit like a gargoyle type thing, but it's quite grotesque.
Is it a baby flesh golem?
It's like a mix of things. Like it's got a humongous heart, which is basically like 90% of its body mass. The heart is caged by like bones with kind of like mixtures of flesh like hanging off of it. And where its eyes should be are kind of two gemstones.
I see.
And it's got like fleshy skeletal wings. One is like slightly larger. Oh, and the wings are more like skeletal hands, but they're like big enough to kind of like act as wings, and it does seem to like hover around. And Umbra is just like feeding it, bits of flesh. You notice that when it takes the food and chews it, it just falls through like the skeletal rib
I was
cage and just kinda,
literally about to ask
Yeah.
you, do you realise that it doesn't need to feed?
it Umbra's just feeding it, and the flesh just falls out of the body onto the ground.
Umbra, it seems you have graced us with yet another miracle.
So,
How
so
do these wonders end?
the kid is literally like shitting his pants right now, like properly. Like he's looking at this thing and looking at Umbra, and he just backs up as close to Tim as possible.
Do not fret, young one, young firstborn. It is only natural to bring life into this world.
But okay, it's a little
Yes, Umbra's methods are sometimes grotesque. But many other things are in this life. You will come to understand.
he starts just shake. You can't decide if his head's shaking from fear or nodding.
Yes, well, down to business.
Yes. Why have you
Yes.
summoned us?
So this is it. This is the council.
Yes, for now. We may vet some other potential members, but for now, this is who we can trust.
And from what I've heard from the other deckhands, Tim, should I refer to you as your grace, the prophet?
You may refer to me however you wish.
May I stick with Tim?
Yes, of course. I'm most comfortable with it.
And Umbra, you're a shifting tide. I'm not sure how that would work as a singular reference to you are the shift.
You may
It's
refer
the
to
shift.
me
No, I suppose
as the tide.
The tide.
the death tide if he's in one of his moods.
Yes.
I
And this is
see.
Morpheus. Gesture to the gremlin thing.
Morpheus.
Yes.
What a
Yes.
lovely name.
Yes.
Such a creepy.
Wonderful. So basically, I mean, brass tacks of the meeting. We're losing membership. Someone's playing pranks on us.
Well, everyone seemed really interested when I was walking around.
Yes, I thought so too, yet still, our numbers decrease. Umbra, firstborn, have my lectures, of my sermons decreased in quality? Do I need to draw up some new content, perhaps?
Master Tim, they're wonderful. They're wonderful. They're having times where odd things have been happening, and I've heard some of them talking, and they've been kind of unsure about certain things.
Things like what?
Joylift's teachings to call for forgiveness and second chances, and then despise certain magics. It
Yes,
seemed odd to them.
yes.
I totally understand. I'm terrified of Umbra's magics. I mean, I'm. I am.
Umbra does not use foul magics. He is
No, no, of
a
course not.
creature of pure science.
Yes, watch him. Morpheus will
Yes.
fly over and just
The holy use in the faith of science is very well documented,
yes.
but these issues have been cropping up more and more recently. Boy Barry himself came to me, offered some wisdom.
Perhaps we should summon
Dude.
those who have been led astray and set
Yes, we
their
will
minds at
get
ease.
to that. Yes. I'll leave that to you, Umbra.
Yes. Yes.
If you would like, yes, you may make haste on that immediately.
Are you
Perhaps
sure punishment is the right way to go about this?
Umbra say punishment.
No, we're just gonna have a chat with them.
Okay, well,
Reification.
Umbra, I seem to have a way with with the people. And I am
Good
your
luck, dude.
creation. You have shown joyless power and your own to give me arms and hands. Perhaps I could have a word. I wish
Yes,
to
you could
serve
split
you
the
both
load, perhaps.
in the faith of Joylif,
Yes.
and now is a perfect time for me to do so.
Yes, this is a fine idea. I enlisted to both of you. Cover twice the ground. I also realized, Tamarin, you are here with us on the council, and with all this talk of magic inclusivity, perhaps we should perform some light censoring of Joylif's teachings.
Yes, well, obviously the first sermon you gave was wonderful and beautiful. I have not been around for the others, so I'm not sure what they speak of, but
Yes,
the others have mentioned some distaste towards other magics. Is that my magics as well?
yes. Why do you think we named you the heretic?
I see. Does that not create a bit of a wall around us to everyone else?
Yes, this is. I have been told this many times, so perhaps it was some of my own biases creeping in. Perhaps. Oh, God
Well,
forgive me for saying
why would
some of
Joy
Joylif's
bless me with
rising folk.
arms that I wanted to do magic if it was considered
Exactly.
evil?
Exactly. Perhaps we should all open our arms, just as you now can.
Yes,
Open our arms to everyone on board.
he like lifts his arms up, and I
Yes.
can do that.
Despite the arcane filth that they sip on a daily basis, perhaps we could recruit one of the mages as a what's the word? Some sort of diplomat, like a magic representative.
Show of forgiveness for the followers.
Yes.
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 Well,
Yes.
why not?
Perhaps for the next sermon we could have a guest speaker. A guest speaker to come and teach some of those filthy little tricks, just to show that it's all okay. We like them now.
Yes, I suppose we could. What? Did you have
If you
anyone in
could teach some of
particular
your
in
filthy little
mind, or?
tricks. Would you be able to teach magic?
Yes, yes. I learned magic. Magic is a knowledge to me. I learned it through books and
Yes.
teachings. I believe Alarias did as well, and
Yes, Alarias was my next call. I will go and speak to him too. Or we may need some more practical applications than just those coming from books.
What if Alarias was to convert publicly and join the Church of Joylif?
that would work. Well, I suppose I am a good show
yes.
of the dirty magics being part of the church.
You mustn't call it dirty. I digress. It's a habit I must learn to drop for the sake of the flock.
The
Magic
alternative magic, then.
No, I think
Yes.
magic
Lower
without the
form.
guidance of Joylif is filthy. But once you come to Joylif's light, your magic is cleansed, and therefore you may be considered.
That is one way of
So
looking at it.
before, when I was armless, I was considered filthy,
Yes.
and as you
Yes.
say, a
Yes.
heretic. But
Y-
since I have seen Joylif's light, and
Ridley.
since you have blessed me with these arms, and she has gifted me these arms, I can now do magic that is truly pure.
I'm gonna cup
Yes.
Temrin's like face and say,
He flinches a little bit. It's
hold
like,
it. I
sorry,
just, like...
thought you were gonna hit me again.
Temrin, in your old life, you were weak, corrupt, and filthy. And Joylif saw
Living in the
fit to
shadow
take
of your
hand.
father.
Yes, yes. It was a
Those
cursed life,
Balgorers appeared to you for a reason.
But now that you found the light of Joylif, and you, a true believer, have been blessed and have been made whole once more, do you not feel the joy of Joylif coursing through you, Temrin? Look at
He's
these
like
arms
looking into your goggles, and he's just like, I do feel the joy of Joylif.
I'm gonna use my changeling thing to like subtly make myself just like appear like taller and like fill out the space like around him and say, Temrin, you have found the light. Never stray again.
I
You have
found
Whatever
found
you
purpose.
whatever you feel weak, Temrin, I want you to look at these arms that Joylif has given you. And flex your hands and feel the strength. And
Yes.
remember that we are here for you, the church, and Joylif.
We should work right away. We should let the people know that all magic is welcome to be purified.
You must go and spread the good word.
And he literally is like, he just runs out the room. He's so excited.
So now that it's just
so
me
that
and
leaves-
Tim.
And the
And the kids
boy's in
and the
there as
child.
well, and he's just like, shall I just go and do the same thing maybe?
Oh, spread the word.
Spread the word.
Yes. Off with you. Spread the word.
He runs.
So Tom,
Um,
what I'm thinking is, Alarias owes me a favor, but I think we need to stage like another mini
beautiful.
miracle. We'll get Alarias in on it. What kind of miracle can we stage?
That can be a private chat between you two. Let's bring the others
Yes,
back
I
on.
We
think
should
so.
have
I think
Alarias
that's-
fake his death, and then we bring him
That's,
back to
yeah,
life.
definitely
You could-
something like that. But that's going to take a little bit of planning, so we don't have to do that
You
this
can
week.
you
Yeah.
can private message each
Okay.
other about that plan.
Yes,
Okay. cool.
yes. And failing that, at least he could do us a guest sermon.
That's true. Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just get him in to do a guest thing. Otherwise,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, you have your job, right?
What's my job? I thought Timmin had consented.
Infected. Oh yeah,
I thought Timmin was doing that, or should I do it as
we can
well?
both do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, that was a long one.
That's all right.
It was a slightly long. They went longer than I expected.
Shenanigans, man. Shenanigans always takes a long time.
To
Taking
discuss.
shenanigans.
Mm.
Is there any other business while we're still for the next few days?
Not from.
I'll tell Vaela about Grizel being a liability in the Astral Sea. But I'll do that as a private thing because
Okay.
it's going to be like a 2-second thing, being like,
Yeah.
We'll do that offline.
It's like a full conversation with NPCs as well.
It's not like we're gonna act on it anyway. Well, not right this second. We're not gonna act
No.
on it. Sorry, my freaking character off the boat.
Grizel had a good life.
Not really. He hasn't really.
Laris, is there something Laris wanted to do?
Yeah, Alarias wants to speak to Bill. You
Okay.
want to ask him a quick question?
Yes. Hello, Laris. What would you like to know?
I just have a quick question around your skills in the magics. Are you able to find out a person's whereabouts?
Let me see. Oh dear.
I
This is when
don't think it's a warlock spell. is it?
Consults like a scrap of paper.
he's like, there are many divination magics that that can do such a thing. I am not sure if I know one, but I am looking. Hold
It's okay.
on.
I know it's a long shot.
Oh, Warlock is. Oh, Warlocks can learn it.
Hold on.
It's like a whole Warlock pact thing for divination, I think.
But
Might be
I'm
one of the new
assuming we're
ones.
talking about scrying here.
Yeah. I guess Alarias would know.
Yeah, bards, clerics,
Yeah,
druids,
it's
warlocks, and
essentially
wizards
yes,
can learn
scrying, divination magic along that
I don't know
lines.
what else can do it. Is
Yeah,
scrying the only
fine.
way?
it. Locate person, I think.
Yeah.
Locate person
Mm.
would work
Does-
as well.
Hasn't got the range though.
No.
Scrying,
is
you
the
can see
entire
them from
plane, isn't it?
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah, I'd have to wait.
I have heard of the spell dream being able to communicate with people in their dreams, but I don't know how far that goes. I'm not sure.
My issue is I don't know what this person could be.
Are you familiar with them?
I've never met them.
Well, that makes things slightly harder.
Yeah. It's a long shot.
There is
I-
something I can do, but it's not something I've done in a while. And when I last tried to do it, it nearly sent me insane.
Okay, well, there's quite a big risk there. That there's I don't want you to put yourself at risk. If it's something I can help with,
There is someone I know who's very good at this kind of thing. Or at least I've met him once before, but he wasn't doing a huge amount on this world, whatever world he came from. But I could try to contact him. There's
what was
there's
his
something
name?
else I could. Well, he was a good fellow of mine. I recently found out that he died, or at least part of him died. I'm not really sure.
Is it Aramil by chance, Bill?
Aramil, you know the sage.
Yeah. I thought it was. Unfortunately, he did pass away on our ship actually, which
Yes,
makes
it was
things tough. I
it
didn't
was
know
a
him too
strange
well.
thing. He had very strange requests for me at the beginning of his journey, but I've we had a certain connection because of it, and I felt his passing.
Oh,
It was a
that's a shame.
shame to feel it go. But I may be able to contact him beyond this plane, or I could contact something else, something you could call a demigod or a titan, and ask them if they know, or ask them if they know a way. But it could be, well, it could be a bit bad for me.
Bit of a sledgehammer to crack an egg situation, though, isn't it? Let's ask a demigod where.
I don't think we should be messing around with the gods, Bill.
Yeah, sell your soul for it.
As a dangerous game.
Yes, I do agree. It would be a worst case scenario situation, but
How would
yes.
Aramil be able to help us from the grave?
Well, when I met him, he was very familiar with divination magic, and
But we know Aaron was alive in this timeline. He asked us to find him.
Sorry, what? He's
Well, we
dead.
know Aaron was alive
a
right
past
now.
version of himself, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
the
could be alive in the future.
past version of himself, yeah.
Because
Wait,
that's the
so
whole
the
point. We have
one in
his
the future
diary to give
died.
it to him from the past.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's somebody still around. The past version of him is
So the
somebody
past
around.
version of him, but Bill still felt his passing of the one he knew.
doesn't mean we'd be able to find the past version.
I mean, we've
We,
got
we
to
don't know. We
return.
don't know
We've got
when
to,
he'd
yeah.
come.
He's probably wherever the timekeepers are.
I don't know, if you check the diary, there's a little bit of a timeline on it.
Alarias? I don't know.
Yeah, Alarias read it, definitely. But he just says, it's difficult, strange. I could maybe try to contact my patron, whoever it is, but again, I tried that last time with this spell and it didn't work out very well for me. I don't know who this is or how they're important to you, but there are other ways. I do not have it at my disposal.
Okay, I'll keep searching.
There is a dwarf, and he sells a lot of things, makes a lot of stuff. He only really turns up when he wants to, though, so it's always to his schedule. But maybe he could make you something.
Yeah, I think we ran into this dwarf. I don't know if I personally ran into him, but I know Grazil ran into a funny dwarf after some metal.
Actually, he often works in Stajon. Yes, no, he said, because he can get things done faster here, he works here quite a lot of the time.
So we might be able to find him on our way.
Well, I might be able to find him now.
Can you
The
track
thing
him?
is, because I'm not familiar with this person you're speaking of, I can't do what you want me to do. But the globe... Let me show you. And he starts spinning it and twisting it in a certain way. And he presses something down and the comes up. And there is a small glowing dot on this plane. And it's silverish in colour. And he says, that there, that's the dwarf, that's Brimmy.
You can track people with the globe.
Yes, but I need to be aware of them.
Okay.
And, well,
Is it by you've had interactions with them, or is it by name?
I have to have
I-
met them
Okay.
or have a sample of their blood. I've had to do that before with the globe
Okay.
once, but that was kind of strange.
So we can see this dot on the globe.
Hmm.
Do we have a marker on us right now? The ship where we are.
So the globe the globe itself has its own dot.
Mhm.
It's the purplish coloured dot on the thing. You're not too far away, but it would be a change of your course.
I don't know if I can push this for Vaela. I think I'm gonna try and persuade Vaela. to
I'll leave that
deviate.
up to you.
You've done me a great service here.
If you, I don't know who it is or what they are to you, but if you have anything of theirs, any way to aid me in this, if you know what they look like and can show me, that might help. But I haven't tried that before. I know it's a powerful artifact, but I don't fully know.
All I have is a name. I've never met them. A couple of days like a week ago, I didn't know they existed. I just have a name.
I don't think I can do anything with a name. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I would need more. I would need to visualize them.
Okay. Maybe this dwarf can help us out.
Perhaps. He's very good at what he does. He's quite the item creator. If you could find a material for him, he's forever in your debt. He even makes you stuff for free if you do that.
How old do you know him? This dwarf.
Well, I travel to the Astral Sea. He travels to the Astral Sea. You know, we meet up every so often. Sometimes he did stay on the Decider for a time when he wanted to move around while on the Astral Sea. But he's got his own plot, his forge. But it's weird. It's kind of like a floating rock.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you give me enough here to run with.
I'm
I'll
sorry
go.
I couldn't be of more help.
It's okay. It was a long shot to begin with.
Okay. Any other business?
I guess I'll go speak to Vaela, but I don't know if we want to do that.
Yeah, go on. Let's have a little bit of RP of just seeing what that's like. I need to see.
Not really sure what I'm gonna say. Okay, I'll go up to Vaela and try and put her to one side,
Yeah, it's easy to do. It'll just be
Yeah.
around.
just a quiet corner. So Vaela, I need a favor. How far away is this dwarf, Arthur? You said it was a detour.
It's a detour. Yeah, you've done some navigation before, so you think it may add another day, may add another 2 days. I mean, in regards to time for your entire journey, it's not much of an impact in regards to more time spent in the Astral Sea.
Yeah.
It's longer.
Yeah, it's a risk. Captain, I'm gonna need a favor. There's someone else in this plane that I need to track down. He might be able to help me.
What is he going to help you exactly?
I need to track down someone important to me
I
that
see.
I've only just realized from this memory potion is alive. And I need to track them down. I think they might be in some way linked to the artifacts.
You've told Vaela about the memory potion. Or have you?
Yeah, she knows.
I think yeah.
I think
I
she
did.
knows he took it.
Well, she knows now.
Yeah,
Well,
I
she
think,
knows
I think,
that,
I
yeah.
think
she
she
knows
knows.
he took it.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
she knows. I think yeah. I have a
You
feeling she
weren't
knows.
there, but
Oh
yeah.
no, you weren't there. Sorry, that's where I'm getting confused. Yeah, you weren't there, but she knows.
Yeah, I think she. And you've told her it's gonna take. I could add 2 days onto the trip.
Yeah. So
Uh, Alarias, we've spent quite a lot at sea, and what I'm hearing, it's quite a dangerous place. And even Bill hasn't been here, as we've been here. Sort of officer to officer. I feel more uneasy here. Such a long. I would imagine your person isn't going to go anywhere. Both here and the person you're looking for. Now, I would suggest do our current assignment, getting to the rest. And the next time we're assuming close enough to this person of yours, track them down there.
yeah, but how long is that going to be? I'm not sure I can wait that long, Captain.
I don't really been in this Astral Sea for about 9 days now. Time. And as I said, the consensus seems to be we are pushing our luck. Time goes. There are things here that would eat this ship as if it was nothing. So if we were going to do, I don't think we'd be part of this.
But we've been flown under the radar. Something was going to get us, it would have got us by now.
Already. Stalking a prey, seeing what they do, how they react, how they behave. Very solid tactic. I've used it myself.
I mean, a day or two isn't going to add much.
All it does is add more risk. Further. At the moment,
I can't make you budge on this, can I, Captain?
No, probably not really. No. I'm giving you a compromise. We will do it next time we're here, as long as we are fairly close. Cannot put any more risk on the ship. Putting all.
Okay. I don't want to risk everyone's life aboard this ship just for my own goal. I'm not that. That's it's important to me, but I can't put everyone's life at risk. I'm not that kind of person.
Obviously, as you are a member, needs are important. I'm not gonna just put it to one side. I will remember. Pick this up when it's safe to do. Fair?
Okay. Yeah, as long as I have your word that
Of course.
after. Okay.
I mean, who knows? I mean, all you're doing is looking for it.
We may find them. Yeah. Yeah.
May find them or find someone else in our world. Whatever it is, I don't really understand all this business. But there may be someone there who can. I mean, who have you asked on the crew?
Bill. Again, he's
I mean, Bill's not
the
the
next
only.
most.
Bill's not the only person who's killed in the army.
Yeah.
Temrin, got Elizora, got Tim. Might be worth asking them before revenue.
Yep. No, that's a good point. That's a good point, Captain.
But
Well,
if
thanks for your time.
they don't prove anything fruit, then
All right, we'll do.
I've got nothing else I want to. While in here, business
Tim?
as usual.
You got any other things you want to do? No, you good?
Nope.
Elizora?
Nope.
Umbra? I dare to ask.
No.
No? Okay, cool. As you carry on with your journey, another day passes. Another day and a half. Time is difficult here. You're kind of just keeping to your body clock from before. There's no sunset, there's no sunrise. Strange. Elizora, your hawk sees something in the distance. It looks like a shell, like a snail shell. It's very, very tiny. It's very far in the distance, whatever it is. Or it's very small. It seems like there's this snail
For
shell
now.
with stretching out, elongated, like a spike in front of it. You can't really tell from this distance, but it's moving, and it's not like you are going against this sea of dreams. It is in the air, flying, and it's flying toward you.
Of course.
That can't be good.
Hey, Bill. How long does it take to get us out of the Astral Sea?
Oh, it's not a huge amount of time. I need to prepare a little bit. I can do it in 10 minutes.
I would start doing that now, please. We got something coming up directly coming to us.
What do you mean? And he looks at, his head slightly tilts towards Crackers, and then Crackers flies up and flies out, and he just goes, "Oh no." He runs to the bow of the ship and starts furiously twisting the globe.
All hands, we got some shit incoming.
It's not good.
You know what it is?
It's a nautiloid.
Anyone know what that is?
Mind
Bad
flayers.
Oh.
And he's like, furiously twisting. What's everybody doing?
I mean, Vaela's on the deck. Clearly, Elizora's on the deck as well.
Making my way up then, I guess.
Yep. Actually, no, I'd probably be on deck.
Umbra, what are you doing?
Is Umbra here down in the morgue? Do I hear anything?
I mean,
You'd hear like the bell for calling everybody on deck.
Is it like a combat bell, or is it just like a general bell we use for like meetings and stuff?
no,
Combat.
there'd be a
It's a,
special.
it's, it's a combat bell. That's a
combat
it's a alert.
Oh, if it's a combat bell, I'll head up.
It is
Just
bad.
say when we
I'll
get there,
tell
or
Morpheus
does he want to
to
stay?
stay safe though.
Sorry, say that again.
Slayer, would he want to get involved, or does he want to stay locked up?
So at this point, when you look in on Slayer, you see his nose is distorted into more of a snout. He's very hairy at this point, and when you look at him, Tim, when he looks back at you, his eyes are filled with red.
Yeah, let's not take him.
Yes, perhaps we should leave him for this one.
yeah. yeah.
Just let
Don't
him loose
worry,
on the
we
helicopter.
don't want you wasting your blood for no good cause, Slayer. We'll be off now.
I'm going to tell Morpheus to stay like close, but I don't want him
Who's-
top deck.
Who's Morpheus?
Oh, he's just a friend. It's fine.
Homunculus.
Oh,
I don't want him coming all the way up to the top deck.
You don't want him coming all the way to the top deck.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Okay.
okay.
You leave Morpheus down below. That's fine.
Just on the deck below, so like he can come if I need him. But
Okay. So you get to the top deck, and this huge. So as you see this thing coming towards you, it is a huge snail-like shell with these tentacles outstretched and twisted in front of it. It is sailing in the air towards you. But as it comes near, you hear the roar and scream of a dragon.
Nice.
Two red dragons appear out of portals, suddenly coming out of tears in the space of the Astral Sea, coming into the scene, and they breathe their fiery breath all over this nautiloid as they fly past. As they bank around, you spot humanoid-sized creatures on their backs.
Damn. Someone's looking after us.
Bill's just like furiously twisting away, and he just nods his head up, and then he goes back down, and he says, "This is not good. That's a Githyanki raid. We're right in the middle of it."
Oh, Lord. Oh, do you need any help?
Now get working, Bill.
This is what you get for messing around
Make
with
the ship
portals.
go as fast as possible.
Okay. How do you do that? I mean, I suppose people are kind of used to it, I guess. There's no wind here, there's no
You'll
water.
blast
What the hell
magic.
how do you
Someone,
expect
someone
cannon
Eldritch
backwards.
Blast.
you just fire fire in the back?
Has anybody got any ideas or anything that they think they
Wait,
can
so-
do to speed the ship up?
It's a windless, waterless.
nothing I'm
area.
willing
We
to
don't use
do. I don't want to burn
we don't use
spells.
checks to drive, do we?
I mean, I don't even know how we're moving, to be
Just
fair, at the
control
best of
what?
time. How do we
I
even...
assume there's like
Yeah,
a
we could-
current. No, I assume there's like a current.
Is there?
We could do some water
No?
bending.
There's no
How are
current.
we moving then?
How are we moving?
So,
We're flying.
who's your helmsman again? I've just forgotten entirely.
Hark,
Your
I
helmsman is Hark, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Hark, every time anyone's asked him how he's sailing the ship, he says every time he holds on to it, he sort of thinks about moving and it moves. It's very strange. It's almost like in
We should
connection
all
with the
go
ship,
and think
like
about it then.
his thought process makes it move.
I guess we'd just tell Ark to think that we're going faster?
Think fast.
I also start thinking that I want to go fast.
So
we're just
Umbra
praying for
thinks he
speed.
wants to go fast.
Would control water work?
You can try it. You want to use control water?
Yeah, because try. I
I
can
don't
control
really wanna
that.
go
Yeah,
like
you can
three
try use
times.
control water.
Bill
Um,
doesn't have any ideas, does he? We haven't asked him yet, have we?
I used to
Bill
use the
just
redirect
shouts.
flow.
Bill just shouts out. Anybody got any wind spells that you can put against these sails?
Do I think I could use Expeditious Retreat on the whole ship?
That's not how that works.
It's a target.
That's true. Is a target.
What you could do is you could use Expeditious
Ooh,
Retreat
What about?
and use your speed to slam into the ship and hope that you're nudging it forwards a little bit.
No, Umbra's not that
What,
dedicated to
just,
all that.
what,
Cool.
Umbra's just like smashing himself against
Smashing himself into the ship. Or, actually, did you say Expeditious Retreat is a target, not a creature?
I think it's
No,
creature.
it's self, range is self.
Self. Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can't.
What about tsunami?
Ooh.
That
You
sounds
wanna
like it
use
would
tsunami?
damage.
Like a
That
bad
would
idea.
damage the
That
ship.
sounds like a really bad idea.
That would. I'm
No,
sure. that-
no, we just get swept up into
How
the
do you
tsunami,
can't
right?
surf on a sailing
Yeah,
ship?
and then we'll
The wall
die.
of water springs into existence at a
This-
point you choose within range.
Nah,
You
And
can make
also-
a wall up to 300 feet long, 300 feet wide, 50 feet thick. The wall lasts for the duration, which is a minute.
We're not in
When the
water,
wall
right?
appears, each creature must make.
It's called the Sea of Dreams.
It creates water, right?
It does, yeah, I think.
does,
does?
but I don't know if that's really gonna. I mean,
What are you guys
When the
doing?
wall
Come on.
appears, the
I think-
wall
I
along
think-
with
I
any
think what-
creature
if
in it moves
anything,
50 feet away from you.
if what we would need is things like gust of wind and things like that. I think that it's stuff like that we need. I don't think that's gonna work.
No, it would work because it moves 50 feet.
I don't know, man.
Hey,
That sounds-
Elizori, what are you doing? What's your decision here?
Tsunami.
So
Summon the
that will
tsunami.
control water, really.
I mean, I think tsunami's a bad idea. I think that's going to deal damage to the ship.
Nah, it won't. Because we're just going to get swept up by the wave.
Depends if you can control it, but it starts at a height. It's like a height of 120 feet.
300 feet.
300 feet.
What
It's even worse.
are you doing?
300 feet.
What are you doing,
That's-
Elizora?
on the ship.
It's great.
That sounds like such
But
a bad idea.
Are you tsunamiing the ship?
I'll do walk control water and do that redirect flow. and
Okay,
choose it
so
not
you're going to
to-
try control the Sea of Dreams as a liquid surface like water.
Can Vaela try? I don't know if that's going to work. She's going to put her hand on the mast, try closing her eyes, and imagine the ship turning invisible. Or wishing for the ship to turn invisible.
Interesting. Are you actually going to spend any spell slots on this, or?
You should
I have
intervention.
got
Would I know that?
Invisibility.
Why would I think that would be a thing that would work? Yes. All right. I've only got one level 1 spell slot, so I'll use a level 1 spell slot to see if
Okay.
channel some things so that the whole basically thing just becomes invisible.
Right, so Elizora, you are using control water. Vaela, you're doing that. Tim, what are you doing?
Panicking. I ain't got shit.
Okay. Umbra, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna hide. don't think there's much Umbra can do in this situation.
Alarias, what are you doing?
Staring at the dragons.
Can I go prone, Arthur?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can go prone.
Yes.
So, Alarias, you are
Spectating the dragons. Watching
spectating the
show.
dragons, watching the show. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. As these fire-breathing red dragons whip round and attack this massive nautiloid ship, essentially, and they have as you see this humanoid person on the back there spinning around, and they're bringing around their red dragons, and suddenly another portal tear opens, and another 2 red dragons with riders come out, and they're attacking this nautiloid ship, and 1 red dragon and rider sees your ship.
Bad. Very bad.
And it begins to fly down.
Dragon's coming for us.
Yes.
Can I do
Can
anything?
you-
Or waiting for
Can
him
you
to-
all on the top deck make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Ooh,
Oh.
I'm good at those. I thought that would be initiative or something.
Can
Not
you
yet.
all? Can you?
It
Well,
might be.
it was like, can you all roll death saving?
Ooh.
19.
That one.
Oh wow, nat 20
Jesus.
on both sides of the spectrum.
I have 0 wisdom, so let's see. 12.
It's-
Well,
Sounds like a good thing to get a nat 20.
Elizora,
Yeah, I'm just dead.
5.
5.
Okay,
Oh,
so
is he friendly dragon?
Friendly dragon. It's probably the dragon's
Gonna
fine. It's
breathe
probably the
healing
Gith
mist
Yankee
on
that's
her.
on top of it.
Tim and Vaela, you are
Yep.
frightened for the next minute.
On a nat 20.
Oh no, not sorry. Not
Elizora.
you.
Elizora.
Elizora, Tim. Oh well, Umbra's gone. Hold on. Umbra, Elizora, and Tim, you were all frightened for the next minute.
Mm.
Although
Umbra
Umbra's
was
already
already
hiding and
frightened.
prone, so
Right,
like it
yeah, does that
doesn't
mean we
change
move?
much.
Does that mean we move down decks? I forget whether frightened and terrified are different.
You can only move away from the creature essentially, and when you attack the creature, you have disadvantage.
There are certain like abilities that go further than that, which is what makes you run.
Yes,
terrified of
yeah,
them.
that's what I was thinking.
As the only two actually doing anything, Vaela and Elizora, can you both roll d20s, just flat?
Is a 19. What the hell?
And Elizora, you got a 2.
Mhm.
Elizora, when you try to control water, it doesn't.
I'm using the trident for that.
I know I know you're using the trident. When you're trying to control water with the trident, suddenly you just hear in your head, "Oh, hold on a second here. That's not water. How's this working? I can't do that. What are you trying to get me to do?"
It's a liquid. You can do it.
It it bloody well isn't. Come on, I got
Do you
loads
want
of
to go for a
stuff.
swim in it, or
I got
do
loads
you
of
want to go for a
stuff.
swim
Come
in
on.
it, or do you want to go for a swim in it, or do you want to control the water?
I can't control the water. Try something else. I've got loads of stuff. Try something else.
Tsunami, man.
Stab it.
Don't.
Do it.
I dare you.
I'm
I
trying.
dare you to try something else.
Wow. Why? Why?
Why would you
Why would
say
you do
that?
that?
What
Why
the
would you do that? God. Oh man.
Fucking the trident doesn't give a shit.
Tell me about it.
Just wants a new owner.
Well, none by the sounds of it. It's freaking lost in the astral sea for the rest of its days.
Elizora and the Trident have had many conversations, or some conversations so far that has promoted such
Hey,
behaviour.
Oh god, why am I
The
not
boat.
surprised?
Doesn't bode well for the trident.
Surely your
Um,
need to keep the artifacts is stronger than.
Oh, we want to destroy him.
There's
Yeah, but throwing it
I
off
do
is
want to
destroying
destroy
them.
him. Believe it or not, this actually helps me to an extent. I'll just do like wall of water, but away from the ship.
So, as in your wall of water to protect the ship from what's going on, or your walling of water? I don't understand where you're putting the wall of water. I think he's. Are you frozen? No. Wait.
Just across
Yes.
this, across the. I'm making a plane of water next to the ship, so the ship
Oh,
could.
so we're like riding on the wall. On the
Oh,
wall.
right. You're giving like a.
I think.
You're on the slide that's dry, and you're adding the water
Slip
to
and slide.
make it
We're going on a
slick,
slip and slide.
slick
Yeah.
and go down quicker.
Nice.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
That's an interesting thought. Can you roll a flat d20 for me this time with advantage? I like that idea.
9 for both.
Wow.
9. Cool. Okay. This dragon has like, as it flies down, it will breathe fire. Can you all roll dexterity saving throws?
So I take it my 19 did nothing.
Um,
No.
The spell slot you're giving is a 1
Okay.
to the entire ship.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. As long as I know that nothing's happening, so she's not like just standing there the entire time. But that's
No. Okay, like you will it, and I'd say with a 19 you can sort of get that you need to give more magical energy to be able to do such a thing to the whole ship.
Dexterity saving.
next save.
And yeah, I need a dex save from all of you.
10.
14.
15.
12.
or
I thought you had
Can you
dice.
do?
Do you not have physical dice anymore?
no, I've moved rooms.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, not.
Fair enough.
I left him in the living room.
Vaela,
Yeah.
as captain, can you roll a dex save for the ship?
Go.
Mm-hmm.
Pip's gonna dodge the dragonfire.
That's not good. 10.
Well,
Well,
not
we are resistant
fair,
to
not
fire.
different.
so
But
that
you
might
are
help.
resistant to
Yeah.
fire.
Oh,
That
nice.
is a 10.
Definitely gonna help.
Yeah, 10. I got.
That was Kethra's last act as captain.
Yeah. 12 minus 2.
Okay, so assumedly no one got above a 21 there.
No,
Wow.
what the hell?
No.
I can't even get that because my dex is 0, so I can't reach that.
Wow, man.
So you
Can
all
I-
take.
Hang on. I want to see if I can reduce my my damage because I've got thing. Do I have the
Still doing man.
uncanny dodge. When an attacker you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your
Yeah.
reaction to
Yeah,
half
you
the
get to
attack's
half it, don't
damage. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm using my reaction to half the damage hitting me
You're
specifically.
using your
Un-
reaction to
yeah.
half the damage.
Uncanny dodge. Probably I just can pump those out every turn.
Okay,
Well,
So-
off the reaction.
that will be.
So it's not good if you get mobbed because then you can only do it against one.
Well, that's true.
So that's going to be 33
Oh my god.
fire damage,
Wow.
Oh,
as you
Okay.
are
33.
protected by the ship's sails. Speaking of, Sunny, the ship's sails will be the ones taking the damage during this, and they took 33. Obviously, half that, Vaela's character. And the dragon then swoops up, almost as it swoops up, the air it gives off from the batting of its wings blows out any fire that's left on the ship as it flies up behind you and turns round. Can I get a what is everybody doing?
Sorry, have we all taken 33 damage?
yeah, what happened
Yeah.
You all took 33 fire
Oh,
damage.
okay.
I'm
Umbra's
down.
almost dead,
I'm
so I
down.
think he's gonna go below deck.
there? I just got one hit, straight up. I
uh,
was only on 29 full HP, so I'm down.
oh, can I drag Alaris below deck with me?
Sure.
Alright,
I would like to tend to Alarias as well. Try and get him back up.
Okay, so that's what you two are doing. You're bringing Alarias back. Is that medicine checks or healing or what you doing?
I've got some healing, so I'll probably use that. Bear with me.
I'll move myself to like below deck. I'll call Morpheus back over to me as well.
Is that before or after you take the damage?
After I take the damage, so Umbra's gonna bail. Just go below deck.
Were there any crewmate casualties?
Gosh, you're dead now.
Or any
Deck. There is-
They're all
crewmate?
dead.
Yeah,
33.
well-
Did anyone survive?
I mean, how
12
Did they?
dead.
Not all of them are on top deck. I'm gonna say that for one. For another thing, you have fire resistance on your sails, which reduce the damage. Yeah, some-
33 was reduced the damage.
Yep.
No, we would have all like TPK'd if
Yeah.
otherwise.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. Dude,
No,
I am
I hadn't-
hiding below deck, and I'm just
crazy.
plotting how to surrender to a dragon.
Of course you.
We must
Sorry,
surrender.
Arthur, did you say are there any downed crewmates on deck on top deck?
There are a few. Yeah, they are Scorched.
many?
Not eviscerated, but scorched.
Semrin among them.
Those saving throws.
Temerins among them, yeah, they're seemingly saving throws. Luckily, you haven't
Right.
lost anyone.
Tim, can
particularly
you
yet.
save Temrin, please? We need him. I'll drag Alarias
I've
down,
got
and then...
I've got a prayer of healing.
Oh, sorry,
which is
sorry, not
6
Temerin.
people.
Temerin's okay.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that's right. Don't care about
Um,
yours.
I've got a prayer of healing, which is 6 people. Is that enough, including Alarias?
There will still be a few scorched people on deck, but that is enough. Funnily enough, Hark is still standing as well.
Okay.
You're in the ship.
Prayer of healing is.
Hi, hopefully
2d8.
Bill's alright to carry on doing what he's doing.
Yeah, Bill's standing there like he's just like
But
he's
we're in-
taken the
but we're
blow.
in-
He's scorched and he's still going.
Yeah. Problem is, he's got what 10 minutes to do his thing. I mean, I don't know how much time
We've
would
got
pass
to
before
surrender,
we hit
man, to
combat.
the dragons.
That's 10 health to Alarias and 5 of the downed crewmates on deck.
Okay, cool. So a few of the crewmates sort of begin to get up and they run to assist with the sails. Is there anything anyone is doing to help speed up the ship?
What I'm doing, not helping?
Nines, dude. Nines.
Oh, I've
Shit.
got spare the dying as a bonus as well. So I'll start.
Okay, I'd
seeing
say
to
if you wanted to,
the other
yeah,
guys.
you
Yeah,
can
just
you can
stabilizing.
get a lot of the you can stabilize a lot of the crew.
Actually, I wonder.
We want no casualties.
Saying so, you're saying that when I tried to make the whole ship invisible,
Mm.
it putting a 1 slot wasn't enough to fill the whole ship, right?
No, there wasn't enough power to it.
Do you know? Was there a way of me to get a sense of how much power it would have given?
How
me?
many
To
more
to
slots?
to do something that would cover the entire
No,
ship.
but how
it-
much did one? How much would have one done? So if 1 slot would have done.
Yourself.
Okay, maybe if I say what I'm trying to do, I was going to try again, but because I know that it wasn't enough, but instead this time, only target the main sail, the main thing. What is
Mast.
the mast? That's the word I was looking for.
main mast.
The mast itself to produce wind that would hit the sails with the 1 slot, because all I'm targeting is the sail. If that worked, I would get someone else to do it on the others.
Do you have something that produces wind, or
No,
are you
but I'm
trying
doing
to...
it through the wish dreaming thing.
Okay, so you're trying to use the dreamy kind of stuff. Okay.
I've got no slots.
Roll an Arcana.
Okay, I've kind of got an idea, but I need to run it by you, Arthur. Oh no, wait, but there's no wind, is there?
There's no.
No, there's no wind.
If anyone can create some wind, I might be able to do
That's
something.
the issue we've got though. Can't,
Yeah.
can't create any wind. That is
With fly work.
18. 18.
If I cast fly on the ship.
I doubt it.
Sorry, I'm
We
just-
set off like an explosion facing backwards from the ship. That would thrust it forwards, wouldn't it?
What tsunami?
Just,
Dude, I think you should tsunami.
at this point, if the tsunami, if the dragons don't kill us, all the tsunami.
One's gonna
Oh,
stop
no,
you.
wait, I've got an idea. Arthur, how much gunpowder do we have aboard?
Also, fly only works on creatures, not
No, we're
objects.
not gonna waste the
I think we should
gunpowder.
shut the
No,
gun.
No, we're not actually going to
Put
start
the
setting
gunpowder.
off tiny explosions on the ship.
Dude,
That's
that's
not-
how rockets take off, man. It's the only
No,
way.
that's not. That's not.
Right, what
Take
This
the
is
build
not One
speed up.
Piece, yeah? We cannot do a coup de burst on our
Hey,
ship.
unless you guys have got, it's either tsunami or gunpowder.
Just gunpowder.
What do you guys
Fly
doing?
work if I cast fly on the ship.
You have fly?
It's only
I fly-
creature.
Yeah.
Creature doesn't.
Yeah.
It targets
Okay.
creatures. So.
What's
We're in the
the
creature.
strength of your
I
spell
will-
slot?
I'll happily third. I'll happily burn both my thirds.
Okay, you're going to burn both your thirds. Is
I'll
anyone
happily burn both
assisting
my
with
thirds
this?
for fly.
I could if I'm up. Wait, am I up?
Yeah, you've been healed.
Okay, I can help out.
What slots are you burning for this?
I can burn a third as well, so we can have three
Three
thirds.
thirds.
Make it a 4 if you really want it, but I don't know.
Three-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Better
three
safe
should be
than
enough,
dead.
right?
If I see, it's gonna be fly though.
I will remind you, you still have your coins, if you wish to use them.
You're gonna give us in the same session.
Giveth and taketh away, isn't
Oh.
it?
Too much power.
Burner.
That's it.
Dragons.
No, it's up to you. If I'm just saying, you do have them if you want to use them. If you're
I'm
stuck
telling you, man,
riders.
gunpowder is the way to go.
I don't know how we
I
can
mean,
use
if
them.
if
Yeah, I
if
mean-
if Alarias
Because
and
that gives us automatic speed with fly. That gives us
I mean, I
what
didn't.
60 feet of movement.
There's dragons in the air. I don't know if we want to fly. I think we should just try and.
Yeah, we get
Yeah,
60,
well-
we get
The
60
idea is
feet
to
of
fly,
flying.
like sort of
Fly
fly
speed.
forward.
How
you know?
fast is like a dragon? I reckon they can probably go 60 feet as well.
They're 80 feet fly.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'll tell you that for free.
Than us in the air.
But
Can we
it's
not
more as
can we
fast
not
as I'm
assist
currently
them
going.
and
I
try and get
imagine.
them to speed
It is
up?
faster than what you're currently going. It would be way
Yeah,
faster than what you're currently
That's the
going.
whole point, to speed us up,
Yeah.
to
So
reduce
by
that 10
putting
minutes, right?
putting more into it.
Did you say you got Temrin up?
Yeah. Temrin's already
Okay.
there. You said.
Yeah. No, I'm. Oh yeah, no. So I did say, didn't I? He'll see what you're doing, and he'll also he'll put a hand on Elizora's shoulder, and Elizora, you feel this magical energy be burst through into you.
Okay. If everyone else is doing it, why not? There seems to be what we're putting our bar eggs. The eggs that we're putting our
Congo
bar.
line.
You know. So Vaela will join. Put her one slot. Why not? Say she contributed. She'll put her one slot in there. Can't tell Grizzly what to do. I'll do. Yeah. I'll make her put a slot in there as well. Why not? Just in case it tips the scales.
2/3, a third from Alarias. Whatever.
10. So you got
Temrin's going
10.
in a
10.
slot.
You got 10 altogether, and then whatever Temrin's doing. Basically.
Okay. Cool. As
Fly.
you all mystically try to enhance the ship's speed, Elizora casting Fly on the ship, being empowered by the magic of you, Alarias and Temrin, the ship tilts, lifts, gently above this flat reflection of the starlit sky of the Astral Sea. Begins going forward. Bill immediately says, "That'll work better," and he carries on doing what he's doing. Can I ask you all? Actually, no. He was on the main deck. Can I ask a Constitution saving throw from Elizora?
Taking all the magic thing.
You got a
That's
lot of
good.
magic energy coming through right now.
It's a 19. It's a 19.
Yep,
That's better.
yep,
It's
you're
one
fine.
better
You're
rolls
fine.
than that.
You're fine. Did Tim and Umbra go below decks?
Umbra's.
We did. We dragged
You
Alarias.
Yeah.
dragged Alarias down, and then Alarias went back up.
Alarias got back up to give the slots. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I think Tim would probably follow Alarias back up
Um,
to tend to the wounded
Umbra
and
wouldn't.
such.
He'd.
So
Okay, can I have Tim, Alarias, and Vaela? Can you make dexterity saving throws, please?
oh, we're so
Am I being
dead.
attacked again?
I'm going down again, so I guess.
That is an
Sorry, go
unnatural 20. And
7.
if I am being attacked, I'm going to use, assuming because obviously turns have kind of gone up thing here.
Well, I'm trying something different
Okay.
in regards to turns, just for this bit.
Yeah. So I've got an unnatural 20, but if I am being attacked, I'll try and use uncanny dodge if I can. Oh, if I can,
Okay.
because of.
You are not being attacked.
Okay.
You all dodge to the side as this weird creature with tentacles peering out and this brain with legs lands
Lovely.
next to you on the ground, seemingly dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, thank God. Here you go, Umbra.
Jesus.
Here's fucking mind flare.
And
An intellect devourer as well.
the carnage now completely above your heads going on. You almost feel the heat of this nautiloid being burned by these red dragons. The dragon that burned you before begins swooping down again behind you.
Hmm.
What are you all doing?
I don't know if Tim can, being frightened, but we should probably double tap this slimy thing.
Yeah, you're frightened of the
threatened by
dragon,
that.
not of it.
Okay, I'm gonna crush it with my club.
Okay, go ahead. You crush it with your club. Roll an attack roll with advantage.
I'm wondering if they're after them to chuck
Sorry,
them
Umbra.
overboard.
Oh, wait, why sorry, Amber?
I'm
Crushing
smashing
the
this
mind flayer.
thing that you probably want
Yeah.
the corpse of.
Wait,
Question.
wait.
Not bad.
There's
You're,
a, there's a
you're
mind
below, hey,
player.
you're Umbra's
I'm
stayed
below
below
deck,
deck.
yeah.
He don't know
Umbra's
it's there.
below decks. That's out. You're
You
done.
are below deck.
It's a 16.
Oh, get for running away.
Can
Missile
you
reaction.
roll damage, please?
Yeah.
Zeus. Why is there a mind flayer next to me?
It just
Yeah.
landed.
It's not next to you. It's on the ship.
It's not next to you. You're below decks.
Oh, that's fine then.
Isn't
Why are you
that
saying sorry, Umbra?
fine?
Because
No worries.
Because
You want the mind flayer.
You
I
want the
imagine
mind
you'd
flayer
like
for
to
your
dissect
potions.
it.
I do want it, yeah. Please don't kill it.
Too late.
Get it.
So
Too late.
Already, I just stepped out the
Tim
room.
literally comes down and crushes the head of the mind flayer.
You make me sick.
The brain with legs twitches suddenly as you do it, and then it
Yes.
slumps.
Do it.
Nice.
Bonus action, spare the dying on whoever needs it.
Okay, cool. Vaela, what are you doing?
That's me.
I mean, they started coming after us when this thing fell. I'm actually half tempted to throw them overboard.
You're going to throw the
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 mind
Dead and
flayer
Devourer
and
overboard?
the intellect devourer overboard.
Discussing them.
Just because the thing is, like, if these things, I'm not fighting like half a dozen dragons. There's no way. I will. Yeah, I think just chucking them might. They might
So you
just go for
chuck-
them instead. It might go for them instead rather than us.
You chuck the creatures overboard. As you chuck them overboard, you see them hit the reflective surface. They kind of pound in, and there's a ripple. There's almost a dead silence when you do it. And then you see in the distance a very large, demonic-looking creature bearing a chain
Oh fuck!
attached to a
We-
longbow
We are
behind it.
flying. We are flying.
You are flying. You are flying, and it just looks up to where it's going. Fire orange eyes,
Oh my god.
and it
Demon.
begins wading through this reflective water-like surface as it
What
pulls
Flair
the
warned us about.
longboat with it. And then you see from another corner another one,
Oh no!
horns twisted out slightly differently, more snoutish kind of face, red-skinned, bigger, muscular creature, also walking, wading through with its chained, with its massive chain attached to a longboat. And they're both wading towards these two creatures that have landed.
Probably just collecting them, I imagine.
Flash.
Sounds like they're just collecting them. Hopefully.
Bill turns to all of you and says, "Okay, I think I've got it. Hold on." And he fist
About
slams
time.
the globe.
Fuck you
And
guys, we're out of here.
as this dragon
Took this shit, I'm
breathes
out.
fire around the edge of your ship, suddenly you fly through this portal, and the portal closes behind you. Puff of smoke and slight flame comes out as it shuts, and you skim across the water as the fly spell dissipates early, and you land in the water with a bit of a splash.
Excellent.
Wow.
Wow. That was something.
Cut that a bit fine, Bill.
I think we should stay out of the astral sea.
Maybe
in future.
next time, always be
Next
ready.
time. Don't think there's gonna be a next time.
Well, I think we should be a little bit more prepared than that, so we can leave instantly rather than having to wait for 10 minutes.
I think next time what I'll do is I'll just have part of it prepared, and we just leave the globe alone the entire time we're
That's
there.
probably the best thing. Or
Yep.
at least, you know.
I think that's fair. I had it in a different configuration before for something else. Kind of quickly looks over at Alarias.
Oh, no.
But doesn't matter. I will
Well,
make sure it's always in that configuration when we're there.
well, maybe hold off going back for a while. I think while people, whatever the hell that was.
It's it happens sometimes. Githyanki raiders don't really like Illithids at all. They butt heads. They tend to attack each other, although the Githyanki raiders also will attack anything that they think would be worth it when they're...
How often is sometimes?
Honestly, that's definitely the worst I've ever seen. It's like they've upped their numbers.
Not feeling me with much, you know. You're not feeling me with much faith here, Bill.
I've seen it once before, but quite genuinely, it was a much smaller Nautiloid, and it was one red dragon, and they really just kept it to themselves. That was a lot.
I'll have to think about this one. Seems risk might not necessarily be worth it. Maybe there's something just for an emergency. Might not be necessarily something we do just for fun.
Maybe we should, if we go back, maybe just a shorter amount of time.
Right. Tim. I mean, how are the wounded? Are the wounded okay?
Yeah, I'm
So-
on the wounded.
Tim's managed to stabilize everyone, but there are burns.
Yeah. I think.
Start carting them down to the infirmary.
Right. Right. She'll kind of get some of the deckhands to help, you know, like Grizel and whoever, to just escort people down to the infirmary that need healing. Obviously, ordering
we
him
fit-
to.
You fit all the wounded in there. Like, the infirmary's not huge. Don't know how many burns we're dealing with.
Really bad ones you can put in the morgue if you want. Umbra will.
That's what. Well.
No, we've got rooms next. There's rooms next to the infirmary anyway.
Yeah, and to be fair, you would have kept like the people with blue rot in those rooms as well. So it's like an infirmary
Yeah.
extension.
Those are like sick bays.
Yeah, that's very true.
And then yes, the best thing to do really is to get the hawk to see if we're clear of anything, like nothing is in the immediate.
I'll tell you right now that you are clear right now.
Right.
You are in open water.
And then the next thing is, how far are we from the wreckage where we are? How long is it going to take to get there?
So hearing that, Bill kind of brings up the map, sort of points and says, well, we lost a day, so that means here we lost, like a week or half a week. It's a little bit confusing. And he says, we should get there in a few days.
What she'll do then, she'll get people to fix the sails in the meantime.
Yep.
Because they took a lot of damage on the sails. Because we have taken some hull damage before, but it's not a lot, so we can repair that when we're docked. But the sails, I think, is a big one. We need that too. 33 damage is a lot of damage. So yeah, she'll order them to repair the sails while we're moving.
So you're at a reduced speed for a while, and then when they're repaired, you'll be fine.
And also, being at a reduced speed will help people recover after what just happened and collect themselves, because obviously that was a bit of a scary thing that happened. And then yeah, just she'll obviously just help people. She'll help Tim escort people to the infirmary, so on and so forth.
Out of interest, Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Has this experience changed the public perception of magic in any way?
You see that. Okay, so the deckhands that you're bringing down, like, I think Temrin, when he's helping them, you can see them look at Temrin with almost like a radiant thing, but they look at Elizora and Alarias with that same perception of thank the gods, thank not just Joyleth but the gods that they were there to do such a thing.
Okay.
Like it's a weird balance because you've got magic that took them there, but you've also got magic which saved their asses.
I mean, to be fair, they made a ship fly,
Mm.
which I don't think no one's
It's quite a bold
no
task.
one's gonna see that like ever.
There's
Really?
rumors, but there's probably not. No one's seen him.
Yeah,
No one on this
the
crew.
thing
at
of
least,
legend or myth, basically.
Yeah, there's only
Much like dragons.
there's only one ship that's known to fly in all of Flood, and that's done by tinkering means, not magical means.
Oh, I should have had her like spread her wings, and then the same wings appeared in the ship to have like some weird. That'd be cool.
Something cool.
That'd be cool. Never mind.
You ever need to make the ship fly again? Although you felt the minute you came into the material plane, it weakened.
Yeah, it makes sense because
Oh, yeah,
it's the power of that place, which is fair enough. Yeah, and I think other than that, it's just beeline it straight to the wreckage from where we are.
Everyone recovers and everything. Is there any other business on your travel towards the wreckage or not?
I'll just get Slayer out of the brick and
Oh yeah.
get my amulet back.
When you
Oh, yeah.
take him out, you see the transformation fade before your eyes, and he just coughs a little bit and says, "We are never, ever doing that again. Or at least I am never,
I'll-
ever doing that
Oh, I'd
again."
love to see your face when that happened.
Why were we? Did we float? Were we flying? I felt like I
We were
lifted up.
we were
and then I
flying. There was
crashed.
dragons. There was mind flayers. There was Yankee.
So,
there was.
do you understand what
it
I'm
was
saying when
it
I
was a
said that?
sight.
Yeah, Astral Sea, piece of shit, horrible. Don't go
I'm
there.
telling. I knew that before. I'm telling you, it was wonderful. Gives you a little
You-
adrenaline rush.
Elizora, I will never understand you. You are absolute mystery to me.
Look, I spent a lot of time reading books. I need to get my thrills somewhere.
Twisted. Read some romantic novels. I don't know what else to say. This boy, you
Work hard,
nuts.
play hard. That's how it goes, Lair. Work hard, play hard.
I like to deal with a certain amount of danger, and I like to be the predator, not the prey. All right?
Well, maybe one day it will become the predators of the Astral Sea.
He kind of smirks
Wouldn't
at
that
that.
be a sight to see?
Well, I'm not going to lie. If you could own the Astral Sea, that would be pretty impressive.
If we get any more powerful, we might be have to.
Well, I can't argue with that. And he kind of gets up and everything and shakes himself off. There's a little wiggle, like he's still a bit... kind of like a dog does when they're wet or soaked or anything. And he gets up. Anything else?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Right, you sail towards the wreckage. And I'll tell you when to start this.
Nice.
Ooh.
You know what?
Oh yes.
In a while.
Dark crystal.
After a few days of travel, everybody recovers. You're able to make the ship repairs, but you are out of sails.
Right.
So you have no more sail patch equipment left.
Ooh.
So
Daniel Pemberton.
the evening begins to set in, and you can start the music now. Sorry. Twilight skies are donned with piercings of white from the brightest stars. Wisps of cloud spread thin against it. The faint line of the horizon goes from straight to crooked. A deckhand bellows from the bow, "Ho! The wreckage!" And as you're sailing in towards this open space of water, it feels more like a graveyard than a stronghold. Shipwrecks and rotted sails scattered across the journey towards the central structure. Ships skewered on thin, jagged rocks, figureheads bobbing in the waves with nothing but the forecastles attached. As you look down into the water, there is no trace of land apart from these spiked rocks like giant spears leaping from the dark depths, piercing the flesh of the water. You get a sense that the water here is almost bottomless. Now, as the journey continues, the dark of night sets in. Dots of warm glows around the outside of the main structure, lantern light. Galleons and frigates crashed into each other and patched together, their decks of guns combining for a 360 surround aim for the main structure. 4 castles built upon quarterdecks with crow's nests at the top nearing the height of 300 feet into the air. Light peering out from the portholes and extending from this ship fortress a long dock, long enough for 10 ships either side. Bill turns to you all and says, "Well, for those who have not been here before, I welcome you. Welcome to Pirate Safe Haven. Welcome to the wreckage." And we will end the session there.
Nice.
Awesome.
Welcome